Now I am going to explain Genesis chapter 22 verse 1, the first word there, but I will read it first. Vayhi achar ha-Avraham ha-Elle vehadevarim nissa et Avraham. Now the first word, as you see, is Vayhi. Now, how is this form to be explained, this Vayhi? Well, it comes from the verb haya, which means to be. In its imperfect form, or a future tense, if you would like to call it that way, or imperfect tense, haya is yihye. Yihye. Just like katav, the imperfect is yiktov. But for haya, meaning the last letter is a or hey, it likes the form to be this way, yihye. The sound e, yihye. Now, in the Hebrew, as long as they can shorten it, they would shorten the words or the verbs. So yihye can be shortened to yehi, yehi. No? So plus the conjunction verb, it becomes vayhi. Now that is the short form of yihye plus the vav. Now the verb here is what they call vav conversive, because although the form is imperfect, when it is connected with the vav, it converts, it changes the tense to the meaning of perfect. So, for example, you would then translate this as and it came. And it came. You notice it is imperfect, but because of the vav, it converts. It makes the narration perfect. So that is called vav conversive. This is a Semitic style of narration when they narrate connected events. It is this typical Semitic style. And so it must then be translated like a temporal clause, a clause that sets the setting or the time before the main clause or the main sentence. Hence, you can translate this as and then achar is after, hadevarim is words or events or things. So, and then after these things, because as you know, davar can mean a word or a thing, but this is plural, so it makes sense to say therefore and then after these things, God, that's Ha Elohim, God tested. Now you have the direct marker eth, it cannot be translated. So God tested Abraham or Abraham. Now the verb there, the second verb, is typical of the main clause being preceded by the temporal clause, and it is not to be translated then. Okay, so let me once more translate with this analysis. And then after these things, God tested Abraham. Now the word Nissa will be explained in the next video. The King James Version renders Vayhi to be the classic translation, so that of King James Version, as you will check, is "and it came to pass." But modern translations would prefer simply as "and then," meaning narrating connected events. So for King James Version, you would then have "and it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham." You notice that King James Version, it tries to translate the Vav in Veha Elohim with the conjunction, or with the demonstrative pronoun that. But it is better than to take the New Revised Standard Version, which says, "and then after these things, God tested Abraham." Thank you, and till the next video presentation. This is Father Randy Flores, SVD, Divine Word Seminary, Tagaytay City.